Hey there guys, Ryan is here to give you a new commentary. This one, we're going to be talking about a defensive scout. How does a scout play defensively, especially on payload maps? Because, I'll be honest, scout is probably one of the least played classes on defensive, or offensive payload, to be honest. I always look at my class list, I'm like, what is there the most of? Well, we got snipers and soldiers and 0 scouts. And that's, very, what's the word that I'm looking for? Justified? For the fact that on defensive, you're not going to be having much to train to traverse and make advantage of your scout-like abilities. But there is still a lot of things that scout can do on defense that will help your team out immensely. The main thing is covering flanking points. Because you're so fast, you can cover all those flanking points very quickly and make sure they're not getting, well, penetrated by any enemy forces. And unfortunately here, as I'm doing my little fight with the sentry gun, I actually do end up letting some engineers get by into that right house. I don't think I even saw them go in, but they got in there, and they're making a little nest up there. And another thing that you can do as a defensive scout is just to pepper the enemy, take out some of their HP. Any HP you can take down from them is good enough for your team. If you can get the kill, well, more power to you. Oh yeah, and spy checking. Spy checking is also a thing that you can do. Because you're so fast, you can just run around and say, hey, you spy? You spy? That soldier had a chance to kill me, and he's going to regret not taking that chance because I come down here and help finish him off. I mean, I took off like 100 of his HP. 110. So I would have gotten him if the heavy hadn't butted in. You get what I mean. Anyway, what else? So on defensive scout, you're just checking all the flanking routes, jumping around, making sure you're coming from behind people instead of in front of them. Just the normal stuff, and I don't even know what happened here. Even to myself, I was like, what the heck? It is here you can see that they have a teleporter and stuff in the top of that house there, and I see that, I'm like, oh no. This is what usually loses people games. So the first thing I'm going to do from here is I'm going to go check to see if the main house over here has been completely penetrated at all. Is there still people coming through? Nope, looks like a demo man is watching it completely. So I can leave it to him and go take out the nest they have up here. I'm going to be nice and careful. Looks like the engineer... Oh, he did notice me. And he's got a Thompson! Thompson! I can't handle it. But it looks like he probably forgot me. So I get a nice clean shot off on him, kill him. And the first thing I gotta take out is his teleport. That is the worst thing. If he had actually gotten that up, that could have been the end of the game right there. Because once you get steady stream of people coming up to this house, oh boy. Just giving my little buddy a high five here. Gotta make time for the high fives, don't you know? Even when you are playing on defense. It's at this point in the night that I was feeling extra jittery all of a sudden. You know when that adrenaline starts pumping through your veins and you start getting a little bit over jittery? You'll see it a little bit later on in my aim. I'll just start jittering like nuts and I won't be able to aim correctly. Good thing for aim is to not get too cocky, but also be a little bit more confident and get up in their face. I'm trying to incorporate that into my gameplay a little bit more. Because if you're not able to get up in their face, nice headshot. If you're not able to get up in their face like that, then you're never going to be able to get the meat shots where they count. You're only going to be getting the 50 and 70s. And numeric values play a lot of a role in this, more than you'd think. Like that engineer earlier, one meat shot was 104 damage. One more pistol shot after that would have killed him. Or just like a badly aimed shot would have killed him, and it did. So you can be a little bit reckless in places where it counts. My god, this sentry annoyed the hell out of me. 1 HP, I'm like, oh god, just don't get that last shot off of me. So by this point, I know that the engineer is probably already in that other building, but I'm gonna scout around for health first, so I'm prepared to fight him. As well as securing the home front. Here's the jittery part right here. I'm just like, can't aim. Well, he blew himself up. That worked out nicely. It's usually when I'm getting close to a kill and I know I'm about to get the kill that I'll start getting extra jittery, just like, oh, I gotta aim this next shot completely perfect, otherwise that'll be it. That's the end. And I took this chance seeing that the their point was not having a nice the word flow of enemies coming through it. Then I could step my game up and get a little bit more in their faces, into their territory, give their forces a little bit. And I am just really, really jittery at this point. I was like really rattled at all the adrenaline that was going through me. Just giving them little pecks so that anyone that they face later on will have a better chance of taking them down. Although, in retrospect, there was a medic there, so that probably was not the best idea. Good job, Spy. That was the optimum situation right there. Just cloak by the cart, I'll completely forget about you. Because, you know, that's what spies are supposed to do on Baylor, right? Push the cart. My commentaries fell apart. I don't really have much else to talk about other than, oh look, a soldier. What am I going to do? Facing him head on will probably get me blown up, as you saw there. He didn't even hit me directly, and I was already at red health. And if I leave him like that, he's probably going to take out that sentry. So instead, here's what we're going to do. Flank. Look at that. Just one little tiny shot, and the sentry blew up anyway. But it wasn't the soldier that took it out. Jitter, jitter, jitter. I still got the shot. Game's coming to a close here. And this is a little bit different from my usual commentaries. All I really did was talk about what I was doing. But hopefully, more people will start playing Scout on defensive maps. I mean, it's not that difficult if you just know what you gotta do and cover the flanking routes so no one can get past them. Of course, if a big force of medics and heavies are coming through, you as a scout are not gonna be able to completely stop them. But there are many things you can do, like trick other scouts and almost get backstabbed. And then bat spies faces in because they're really bad at what they do. And then run away from soldiers and talk about exactly what you're doing instead of any strategies or tactics that you could apply yourself. Hopefully you've learned nothing from this video, and you've just enjoyed it for the sheer heck of it. No top score, possibly because I came in at the very end of the round, but hey, I'm not complaining. I had fun. That's all for now. See you guys later.